Sure, one last kick. This is gonna be it. This is the moment. Vicario kicks this. And Liverpool are there. Liverpool are Premier League champions. And there it comes. Crystal Palace, for the very first time in their history, are FA Cup winners. Oh, he's found the net. Oh, what a goal. Kvaratskhelia is through, wants to add a fourth, and does so. Ahmad, oh my goodness me. That is absolutely unbelievable. Rice again. Oh! You thought he couldn't beat the first one. He's gone and bettered it. Another whip ball in. The header is in by Virgil van Dijk. Incredible. Good afternoon and welcome to Premier League Live for our second game of the day. A cracking finish in that early game between Spurs and Aston Villa. That late goal from Emi Buendia sealing the 3 points for Aston Villa. Fifth win in a row, a third league win on the bounce after they were winless before that run. So a great result for Aston Villa. For Spurs, a disappointing return after the international break. But now it is to our game of the week and our big game of the weekend, of course. It is Liverpool against Manchester United, the 100th at Anfield and the 217th meeting overall between these two. This is going to be a very intriguing atmosphere this afternoon on Merseyside. Their team, Liverpool, 3 defeats in a row before the international break in all competitions. They want to bounce back as the international break re-energised Liverpool after that last minute goal they conceded against Chelsea in that 2-1 loss at the Bridge. For Manchester United, a bit more positivity around them recently. We'll see if that continues this afternoon. A quick look at the stats ahead of this one. Liverpool lost 3 games in a row in all competitions before the international break, as I said. Man United have won 3 of the last 5 league games, all of which at home though. They lost the other 2, both away. Liverpool have lost just 1 of the last 14 league meetings with Man United, won 7 and drawn 6. And United's last victory at Anfield was in January of 2016 when Wayne Rooney scored the winner in a 1-0 victory for the Red Devils that day. A great result on that occasion. That was in the early tenure of Jurgen Klopp in his first season a long time ago. It will be 10 years in January since then. Let's have a look at their last 5 meetings. It was a 2-2 draw here between the sides last season at Anfield. A 3-0 victory for Liverpool early in the campaign against United at Old Trafford last campaign. It was then a 2-2 draw at Old Trafford the season prior. A 4-3 victory for Man United in the FA Cup quarter-final against Liverpool. That was on St Patrick's Day of 2024, and a 0-0 draw here since. They haven't won a game at home against United Liverpool since the 7-0 early in 2023. So it has been a long time coming if they're going to get it. But Man United have fared a little better in recent times here at Anfield than they did on that occasion. Although 2 games and 2 draws. But the atmosphere is piping here this afternoon at Anfield. Liverpool looking to dispatch those demons that have really come their way over the last few weeks. But Manchester United a little bit more positive, but incrementally more positive. All the home results have been positive, but away from home, their struggles continue. Will they continue this afternoon? It's Liverpool against Manchester United on our game of the week. And as the players come out of the tunnel, it is time for what is going to be a huge game here at this wonderful stadium of football. Alexander Isak, now deemed fully fit by his manager. And let's see how they both line up this afternoon, starting with the home side in Liverpool. Georgi Marmadashvili starts in goal. No Alisson, he's still out injured. In defence, Conor Bradley starts at right back. It's been a bit topsy-turvy at full back for Liverpool this season, but Bradley gets the call. Konate came back from international break early through injury, but he's okay to start today alongside Virgil van Dijk. And Milos Kerkez continues at left back. Ryan Gravenberch alongside Alexis McAllister and Dominic Szoboszlai, a very familiar midfield to the one that won the league last season and the one that lost to Chelsea last time out. Mo Salah starts on the right. Not a great start to the campaign for him. Looked unrecognisable as the Egyptian. Gakpo off the left, and Alex Isak starts up front. On the bench for the champions, Woodman, Gomez, Robertson, Frimpong, Jones, Ekitike, Wirtz, Chiesa and Rio Ngumoa. For Man United, Senin Laman starts in goal. A back three/back five of Amad Diallo, Matthijs de Ligt, Harry Maguire, Luke Shaw and Diogo Dalot. Casemiro and Fernandes are in midfield with Brian Mbeumo and Matheus Cunha, we believe, in the attacking two, with Mason Mount maybe playing as the false 9 or possibly as a 10. A little bit undecided. For Man United on the bench, Bayindir, Heaven, Mazraoui, Yoro, Dorgu, Menu, Ugarte, Sheshko and Xerxes. We know what this game means historically, but recently Liverpool have a bit of a statement to make. Will they make it, or will Man United spoil the day on Merseyside? Kick-off between Liverpool and Man United is next. A very good afternoon. Welcome to Premier League Live this Sunday afternoon for our second of our Sunday doubleheader. This weekend, You'll Never Walk Alone rings around Anfield, as is tradition, of course. And in these big games, it is always more electric and more atmospheric here at this wonderful stadium. Two great teams historically. Liverpool have had the spoils as of recent, the current champions, but Manchester United may be a little bit more of a tricky customer for them last time they met. We will see if that will continue, or will Liverpool put a statement down that they are not going to fall down and out this season, as the players take a knee before kick-off and saying there is no room for racism or discrimination in football or society. Liverpool in all red, Man United in all white, as we get ready to go here at Anfield. Liverpool kicking towards the Anfield Road end in the first half, as which they prefer. Man United, of course, kicking towards the Kop in the first half. Our referee this afternoon, I will get his name for you in a moment. I think it's Greg Pawson, but I can't be 100% sure. It is Michael Oliver is our referee, very experienced referee, and Darren England is our VAR. Here is Diogo Dalot down that left side against Connor Bradley, but has to go all the way back to Luke Shaw. And the booing and jeering from the crowd as Man United in possession. De Ligt back to Lamens. Goes long. Up and one by Van Dijk. In the air. Maguire returns the favour. Back by Van Dijk. Brought down in the midfield. There's two Liverpool players down. There's McAllister, I think, down here at the moment. But Ahmad through to Brian Mbeumo. And there's a goal. And Brian Mbeumo's given Man United the lead. Liverpool will not be happy that there was a player down in the process, but the referee said play on. And Man United have started fantastically here. 1-0 to United. What a start. Can you believe it? I can't. We'll have to see a replay of how that came about, but McAllister's being treated for a head injury at the moment. That's what Liverpool are not happy about. The crowd's not happy, but Brian Mbeumo and his Man United teammates couldn't care less at the moment. See this again. Bouncing up in the air. McAllister goes. He goes straight down. And Virgil van Dijk doesn't see Brian Mbeumo running in behind him. And he does run in. Really good from Ahmad to keep it wide and plays it beautifully. And Brian Mbeumo fires beautifully into the back of the net past Georgi Marmadashvili and gives Man United the lead. Great finish. Mamardashvili should do better a little bit, but that is some start for Manchester United. The perfect start, if there ever was one at Anfield. And Brian Mbeumo, only a second Premier League goal for United. And he's got an opener at Anfield here. Well, maybe that Liverpool, those demons have not been cast away yet, but McAllister is still down receiving treatment. This does not look good. You see this again. So Mbeumo cracks the back of McAllister's head with his elbow, but he's going up to win the ball. It's a bit of miscommunication between the two Liverpool centre-backs, really. Kanani goes with a man. Virgil van Dijk trying to play offside. Arne Slot saying head injury. And I can understand why, but the referee plays on. Whether he was right to play on or not is another question. But at the same time, Liverpool don't defend it well enough. But McAllister, thankfully, is sitting up. And they wanted to be very careful there, Liverpool, at that, to make sure that McAllister wasn't even further injured. And he is okay, which is good to see. We will see if he can continue. He's sitting up at the moment, but that has been a very strange start to this game. But I think he's getting a cap put on here, Van Dijk, or McAllister. Van Dijk's on the scene. Craig Pawson, our fourth official, is in conversation with Arne Slot, who's not happy by the fact that his midfielder was down by the challenge of the eventual goal scorer. And he's up and okay, Alexis McAllister, which is very good to see. But not a good start at all for Liverpool. 3 defeats in a row in all competitions, and now they're 1-0 down. Their backs are really against the wall here, the champions. And after Arsenal's victory yesterday, narrow by it may it be, and a victory nonetheless, extended the gap at the top to 4 points. And Liverpool trying to close that gap today, but Man United once again proving to be a tough customer. Bradley under pressure by Mount, who skipped in and committed a foul. So a free kick to Liverpool there. Connor Bradley, the one that was fouled. But if we remember, an early goal in our early game didn't turn out to be the ultimate. And I don't think those of a Liverpool persuasion are very happy at all with that goal, and the fact that McAllister was down with a head injury and the game was not stopped. And that was the argument that Arne Slot was making, and it's hard to disagree with that, if I'm honest. Mamardashvili kicking it long, and one ball here for Gakpo. He's charged in behind here. Liverpool are in. It's Gakpo across. It's not got much zip on it, and Maguire can clear it away, but Kirkez keeps it alive. Man United a little bit lax. Kirkez's delivery, bouncing down. Salah takes it down. It's cleared away by Manchester United. We had everybody back there, and it's put out for a Liverpool throw. But that long ball towards by Mamardashvili towards Cody Gakpo was fabulous. And Gakpo charging right in behind a vacant Man United defence. Here's Milos Kirkez. Excuse me. Finding Ryan Gravenberch. To Kirkez again. Gravenberch. Van Dijk. To Kirkez. One thing Liverpool won't be is panicked. I think that's a sensible thing to do, is not be panicked by that early goal, to not force things, to not do silly things like Ryan Gravenberch just did there, overhit that ball, threw it out for a goal kick. But I think Liverpool need to be patient and be settled. You see this moment again for the goal. If I'm honest, it's a little bit poor from Van Dijk that he doesn't cover his man, but at the same time, obviously the head injury and the build-up, but Konate comes across, he's a little bit late, but it's not his fault really, in my opinion. I think Virgil van Dijk just doesn't do enough to cover his man off, and that's very un-Virgil van Dijk-like. Brown and Burmo made full advantage of it. And that's the perfect start for Ruben Amorim and his team here. As I said, a stadium that Man United haven't won in since 2016. And just one defeat for Liverpool in their last 14 in all competitions against Man United in the league. Home or away, I meant but to say there, in the league, as Ahmad got the ball across to him but couldn't keep it in play. And Liverpool will get the throw in. Welcome in everybody joining us in the chat. Justin Andy says, I really want Liverpool to lose, but I can't bring myself to want United to win. Mark Murray says, I can still see Liverpool winning this, but Liverpool are not as strong as last year. Well, we know what the issues are for Liverpool, and it's one of those where you think, you know, if they do win this game, they would remain just a point behind Arsenal with the same amount of games, and people will say, oh, well, Liverpool aren't as good as last year, and they would have won 6 games out of 8, and the argument could be made that maybe that those defeats came back-to-back was something made more of nothing. But I understand Liverpool haven't played anywhere near well enough, probably all season, to the champion standard, and I think that is something that they need to resolve, but that will come with time with new players. But here comes Gakpo round the corner for Kirkez, a little bit much on that as he goes down, and that's just gone for a goal kick. Seen it well by Matthijs de Ligt. Yeah, good ball by Gakpo, played through Kirkez on the underlap. He doesn't get any contact on it, does Kirkez, and that rolled out for a goal kick. Well defended by Matthijs de Ligt there. Win it back here down the right side. Isak gets past his man, but he's got another one in cover in Casemiro, I believe that was, and on the ball, actually Bruno Fernandes, and the ball's put straight out of play for a Liverpool throw, which they take quickly, finding McAllister, who was bounced off the ball, and that's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. Cunha going down there, and Michael Oliver not very popular inside the stadium. McAllister claiming his innocence. We'll see this again. McAllister, I mean, how that's a foul on Man United is beyond me. And Casemiro just shoves McAllister, and then he follows in on Cunha. It's one of those ones where Casemiro actually pushes McAllister into Cunha rather than anything else. A little bit bizarre, that, from the referee. Gakpo deemed to have fouled Casemiro on that occasion. Free kick to Manchester United. Quite a little bit peeved by the refereeing decisions so far in the first 11 minutes. Liverpool, Liverpool, Liverpool is the song of choice inside Anfield, despite their side being 1-0 down. Man United with a free kick here. Bruno Fernandes over it. Bruno Fernandes firing forward into the box. Up and one by Maguire, but away by Szoboszlai. Flicked back in towards the box, but away commandingly by Alexander Isak, who was back there as Man United swing in behind again, but Cunha was nowhere near that one, and Marmadashvili recovers for Liverpool. Konate. Now, Gravenberch not in a major rush to get forward there. He takes another step and finds Kirkez out to the left. Gakpo. Kirkez to Virgil van Dijk. Gravenberg. A late run there from Bradley, and calls a handball that's given, which is given and jeered by, ironically, by the crowd as De Ligt there handled that ball. McAllister just tapping it off, trying to flick it in behind, and De Ligt using his arm to block it inadvertently. There's a handball and a Liverpool free kick. McAllister's got that iconic kind of headpiece on. If you remember, Petr Cech had one of those very famously. That's what McAllister's rocking today after his early head injury. So a free kick here for Liverpool. Szoboszlai and Salah are over it. Salah to deliver into the box, around the back, and the header is off target by Virgil van Dijk. A diving header from the Liverpool captain there, around the back post. See this again. It's good delivery by Salah, and Van Dijk diving round the back towards it. It was always wide, but had to head it back across goal, and Van Dijk tried it but just couldn't get his head to whip it back across, and just glances it, and in that sort of angle it was always going wide. But it's decent delivery by Salah. Tonali wins his header. United win the second ball, but they play it backwards to their goalkeeper Lamens. Salah's trying to press. Lamens fires forward. Tonali wins his header again, and brought down by Szoboszlai, but loosely given away. Here to Mateusz Cunha. And Ahmad back to De Ligt. Fires one in behind. Van Dijk gets the better of him, Burmo, but Cunha tried to follow up, but Van Dijk again comes and gathers. Ahmad under pressure. Man United doing a little bit better under pressure there, but Liverpool pressing intently. Szoboszlai forcing the ball all the way back to the goalkeeper, and Alex Isak's on the move as Laman sends flying away again. And that was good pressure from Liverpool, and the ball comes all the way back to Georgi Marmadashvili. A little bit better from Liverpool. Virgil van Dijk to Kirkez. Gakpo to Szoboszlai, fizzing it out wide, finding Salah, whose touch was a little bit wayward, and that allows Dalot to try and step back in, but Bradley tries to get involved. Ball comes to Mount. That was sloppy from Salah to give that one away, and now here comes Ahmad down the right hand side. Liverpool players back in force, but that switch ball, touch was a little bit awkward from Dalot, and Bradley comes and nips it away. Conor Bradley now challenged by Mount, and the ball goes out of play for a Liverpool throw. .5 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Man United 1 here at Anfield. That second minute goal from Brandon Burmo. Here is Szoboszlai on the halfway line to Gravenberg. Lays it off to Konate, who will break forward, finding Alexander Isak. Back inside to Gravenberg. Kirkez made the run, but he didn't want to go for him that time, Gravenberg. It's Liverpool calmly in possession. Man United's half. Here's Van Dijk. Out wide to Gakpo on the left. Gakpo had a great international break with the Netherlands. And Cody Gakpo, who's had a great time with the international team. Did score that equaliser for Liverpool away at Chelsea, so he's in a good run of form at the minute, Gakpo. 4 goals and 1 assist in his last 3 games in all competitions for club and country. Albeit 2 of those in that game away at Malta were penalties, but goals nonetheless. Throw into Liverpool down the right. Bradley. Isak holds it off. Nicely worked by Salah. Round the corner back to Isak. Isak cuts it back to Salah, who just couldn't get a shot off. It was well seen back by Luke Shaw to his goalkeeper, but that was Nice interchange of play between Salah and Isak there. Just couldn't get the shot off in the end, where Liverpool on that occasion. It's Konaté's header. One in the middle by Fernandes, but out of play it went. Straight from the head of Bruno Fernandes, and that will be a Liverpool throw. That's good work from Marmadashvili, finding Gravenberg. Lots of space for the Dutchman. Finds it into the path of McAllister. Now Gakpo trying to cross it in, blocked handball, and calls a handball from the crowd. Referee says no. Ahmad claiming his innocence. We'll have to see a replay. I didn't quite see it. We'll see it again. Gakpo. Yeah, not for me. Not for me. I think that's... I mean, Gakpo is turning away. His arm is down there. I think that would have been harsh if it was given. Would have been harsh. And VAR concurs with the on-field decision, and I think that's correct, of no penalty. Van Dijk wins his header. Szoboszlai brings it down, linking up with Kirkez. Szoboszlai to Kirkez, and it's going to be a foul on Dominic Szoboszlai by his opposite number and Bruno Fernandes. Oh, Ahmad. His arms were up, but they were in his body shape. I think that it's not a penalty, in my opinion. But if it was given, I wouldn't think it would have been overturned on that scenario. But nonetheless, it wasn't given, and I think it was the correct decision to not give it. Bit of pressure there from Milos Kerkez, and he's played it out of play. "19 minutes gone. United lead by that goal to 0. Liverpool having the more of the possession, but not really testing Senne Lammens too much so far in the United goal. That ball over the top from Dalot. It's one to chase as Konaté's on the scene against Mount and eases him out of play. That was well worked by Konaté. The crowd respond with that jeer of Ibu. And that's a lovely pass by Szoboszlai. Now finds Salah. Salah trying to lay it off. Gakpo, lovely touch inside. Gakpo! It's the post! That would have been some goal, but it bashes off the right post. And a man in form probably should be burying that, but that was very beautiful from Liverpool. Szoboszlai with a pass. Salah with a wonderful ball towards Gakpo. And a great first touch, and then the shot. It was just waiting for the net to ripple. And it never came. The post, the biggest enemy of Liverpool there. That was wonderful play though. Salah into the box being held, but he's got away from his man for the moment. He's dragged wide, Salah. Still trying to find a way towards the box. Casemiro bundling him over. He still keeps on his feet, Salah. And the ball's still in play. Wanted a corner there, it never went out. Salah, Bradley, Gravenberg. It's a good response from Liverpool, you got to say, to going 1-0 down. Responded well. Gakpo. And the crowd are more than up for this right now. It's the loudest Anfield's been in a while. Cross into the box is too high and too deep by Conor Bradley. And that's going to be a throw into Man United deep in their own half. The crowd are loving this at the moment. And now at the moment, a song for Diogo Jota, of course, in the 20 minutes. They have responded well to going behind, Liverpool. Man United just need to ride this little bit of a good spell that Liverpool are in without any damage being done. Here's Kirkez. Not in a hurry. Gets it back to Marmadashvili. And now to Ibrahima Konaté. Will take his time before his captain returns to his natural position. And Marmadashvili on the ball now. Van Dijk. Into Milos Kerkez. Laid off to Gakpo. Comes inside, does the Dutchman. Lays it off to Gravenberg. Very compact central area. Finding McAllister now. Isak trying to force it through. It was Gakpo, sorry. And he just couldn't find a teammate. But Liverpool, when they do get it in between the lines, they are looking a threat. We see this again. It's Szoboszlai's pass. Beautiful to find Salah. Salah in acres of room. Finding Gakpo, but the touch is gorgeous by Gakpo. Takes it around De Ligt. And it should be a goal. Keeper's beaten. And it bashes off the right post. The post saving Manchester United on that occasion. Slamans forces it into midfield and just about makes it work, although that's a sloppy touch by Shaw. Salah's on the scene. Shaw does well to make up for it. He was initially under pressure. Dalot. Right to Fernandez. Switch ball coming. Amad Diallo down this right hand side. He's got Kirkez for company. Amad's worked it into the box. He's trying to set up a shot. The shot comes! And that's gone wide from Bruno Fernandes. That's a chance. Definitely a chance for Bruno Fernandes. Again, Amad's free in that right-hand side. Kirkez doesn't get to him quick enough, but when he does, it's too late. And the cutback comes, and it's Fernandes, and what a chance. What an opportunity is... you see, come back from the replay, and Salah did something there that made the crowd happy, but... See this again. Cut back to Fernandes and the shot. Hits the outside of the right post of Liverpool there. Oh. Well, one post at one end denies Liverpool an equaliser, and the post at the other end denies Man United a second goal. What a turn of events in the last few minutes. And Liverpool... this moment in time, trying to fight back, but could have been even further behind there a moment or so ago. It's Isak trying to hold it up, does so quite well, but he tries to find Gakpo. Out wide it comes. Gakpo takes the touchdown and doesn't keep it in play. And Amad there doing enough. Goes out for a Man United throw-in. Free kick there on Kirkez, fouled by Amad. A free kick to Liverpool. 25 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Man United 1. Here's Mamardashvili. Liverpool with more of the possession, more of the touches in the opposition box, narrowly. But the same amount of shots and without a shot on target so far. But that key opportunity for Cody Gakpo will be the one that will continue to be mentioned. That's a lovely turn by Szoboszlai. It's laid off here. Shot is low and straight at the goalkeeper by McAllister. And there's their first shot on target. Long kick. Van Dijk with a header. The second ball won by De Ligt, brought down by Amad. And now down the right side comes Brian Mbeumo. Good move by United here. Rolls it in behind. Cunha across. Mamardashvili palms it into the area. And it's toe poked over the bar. Goodness me. And Liverpool are looking vulnerable again in those runs off the defenders. They've looked threatening themselves in moments, but Man United are having a go and they're getting a little bit of joy. Van Dijk does enough to block that one. Oh, that's a back pass by Kirkez. Oh, Mamardashvili does enough to block it, and then the shot has to be saved. Liverpool are at 6s and 7s here. What's going on? Cunha missed it there in the box. Brought down by Dalot. Hanging on a little bit here, Liverpool. Really sloppy. I mean, defensively, this is terrible. I gotta say, the space for Manchester United at the minute is gaping. Arne Slot will be furious with his players. The much space there is in this game for Man United when they get into the final third of Liverpool. I can't believe how much space there is. It's crazy. Good step in there by Liverpool to win the ball back and win the throw-in, but Kerkez is having a torrid time. The whole defence of Liverpool looks torrid at the moment. It's really a concern for the champions. They've been shipping too many goals, and too many sloppy goals as well at that. All throughout this season so far, they're not shipping hatful of goals, but when they do concede, 9 times out of 10 they'll probably feel that they probably should have done better when they do concede. Defensive frailty rather than great attacking play from their opponents. Mohamedashvili with a long kick forward, targeting Gakpo. Well defended by Man United, brought down by Szoboszlai. Nice layoff by McAllister. And Kerkez to whip it in, but no one in there. Falls for Isak on the edge of the box. Has a go! And he struck it just wide on the half, the kind of a bobble there, as he did. Again, it's a ball in by Kerkez. It's to no one, really. It's a terrible clearance. I think it by Dallo, and it's straight to Alexander Isak on the edge of the box. And he has a shot, but the shot bobbled wide of the left post. Gary says, YNWA, come on you Reds. I think Liverpool need a bit of support at the moment because they're not looking, at the moment, strong in this game. Man United are having joy. They're already leading, which is a major concern for Arne Slot and his team. Liverpool did have a spell of response between the goal and the last 5 minutes, but it's been one of those where Liverpool still didn't majorly threaten the Man United goal. That Gakpo chance that hit the post, but other than that, the referee having a conversation with Bruno Fernandes at the moment, whatever that was about, but he's telling the United player that at a point in time wasting, the stopwatch was stopped. Liverpool clear it away from that throw-in. Kept in by Luke Shaw in his own half and back to his goalkeeper. McAllister trying to battle on his own there in the middle, and Kerkez dragged out to Ahmad, and Mbeumo's broke away again. He's got him behind, but Ahmad not on the same page, and Kerkez lets that one roll out for a goal kick. But I've got to say, the Liverpool defenders look a little bit lost, is a bit harsh, but they look a little bit unsure whether to go with the defender or whether to drop off, and it's causing a real concern and a real issue, because Kerkez doesn't know whether to go to Ahmad or to stay with Mbeumo. Van Dijk, when Mbeumo does get to the ball, doesn't know whether to jump in on him or to try and play offside or to try and drop deep. And the same with Konate and Bradley. It's just a little bit of miscommunication, a lack of link-up between the defenders at the moment for Liverpool is causing these areas where Man United are getting space and opportunity. And at the minute, it's only going to benefit the visitors. Manchester United will still fear Mo Salah though. 16 goals and 17 appearances against United. He's not too shabby when the Red Devils come to town. Long kick by Lamens. Up and one by Konate, but again the second ball brought down by Casemiro. Liverpool press high. Konate does well to win the ball, and Szoboszlai now has nowhere to go but backwards. Cycled back to Van Dijk. Now Kerkez, but again a vacancy in the middle, which Szoboszlai tries to help out with, and Van Dijk fires forward. Beautiful ball to McAllister, laid off to Isak, out wide now to Gakpo. That's better. And Gakpo down the left hand side, here he comes. Chips it across, and it's in the mix, and it's somehow avoided all the Liverpool players in there. But that's better from Liverpool. The crowd responding. Gakpo Whips it to the back post again. Salah's header is straight at Sene Lammens. That was much better from Liverpool again. That McAllister joining that front three, helping the link up, and Gakpo just chipping it to the back post. Comes off the post and then cleared away. That was somehow a denial from Liverpool, and Gakpo's hit the post, whether he meant to or not, on that second one, whether he meant to cross it or to have a go, but either way, he's hit the post twice so far, Gakpo, in this game. And Mo Salah's also had a header, which is not very Mo Salah-like, but they all count if they go in. Maguire. Back to Sene Lammens. Long kick forward. Van Dijk wins the header, but that header goes out of play for a Manchester United throw. 33.5 minutes gone. Liverpool 0, Man United 1. That goal in the second minute from Brian Mbeumo, the difference. Liverpool have responded well and have had opportunities to level this game, notably through Cody Gakpo, whose involvement there gives the ball away. Here's Ahmad. And Mbeumo thought he'd kept it in play, but he hadn't. Throw into Liverpool. Van Dijk. Gravenberch. Konate. Threads one through. That's a lovely ball. Here's Alexander Isak. Good save by Lammens. And the cutback. McAllister has a shot saved as well, but the flag was up. And Sene Lammens with a very good save. Great ball by Konate. Is he onside, Isak? He is onside. What a ball and what a save. And he was offside from the second one. That's what it was. But what a ball. Tried to tuck it in was Isak, and good save by the goalkeeper. And that's now 3 really big goal-mouth moments for Liverpool, and none of them have gone in. 2 have hit the post, and the other one was saved by the Man United goalkeeper. But they are threatening. 10 minutes of the first half to go. Here is Kerkez. Gakpo. Back to Van Dijk. Salah, the ball to Salah is on, and Van Dijk's going to try and find him. Chested by Salah. Up against Dalot. Salah cuts back inside, tries to work it into the box, but no one there to meet it. Salah tries to chase for the ball to get it back, and Konate's going on the move, and Bradley does well at recovering off Matheus Cunha. Now Van Dijk. Nice move by Gravenberch, trying to find Gakpo, but nice step in by Ahmad. He works it back to his keeper, who fires long. Liverpool starting to go a bit more dominant. They've had a lot of the possession, but it's dominant possession they need, and territory they need to dominate, pin Man United back, and to this point they're starting to do that and starting to threaten the United goal. Exactly the things that Arne Slot will want to see, but what he'll want to see more is an equalising goal. Van Dijk's ball towards Gakpo is slightly overhit. Gakpo tries to save it, but you can't save those. Throw into Man United will come. Throw in for Man United. Felt he was held there, the player, and Mbeumo, and he catches Gakpo in frustration. And it's going to be a Liverpool free kick. Bruno Fernandes straight over to plead his case. I mean, I think Bruno Fernandes would get a job as a solicitor at this rate. All he does is argue his team's case to the referee. I mean, Just play football. I mean, it's definitely a foul. It's not a foul on Mbeumo, it's definitely a foul on Gakpo. Quite clear. So free kick to Liverpool. Szoboszlai over it. 7.5 minutes of the half to go, plus the additional time, of course. Szoboszlai to deliver. Right footed, it's round the back. It's away by De Ligt. Bradley keeping it alive, skipping past his man. Conor Bradley, his body's in the box if he can find one of them, but the shot cross was deflected by Dalot. Out for the corner. And that will be the first corner of the game, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. So corner to Liverpool here. On this right-hand side, it's Szoboszlai who took the free kick. Will take the corner. Right-footed delivery. Up and away by Ahmad. Back out wide too. Szoboszlai will get another go. He cuts it back to McAllister and it's kept into the air. Van Dijk heads it back across. And that's straight at Senne Lammens, who fumbles the ball in his own area, but he does get a goal of it again. And whether he handled it outside the box, I don't think he did, but the crowd certainly wanted something there. Lammens kicks it long. Header won by Kirkes. Second ball won by Cunha, who gets all the time in the world to head it out to Ahmad. And now Mbeumo. It's going to be a foul on Bruno Fernandes by Szoboszlai, turning the favour of earlier. Fernandes back to his feet. Very intriguing first half. A first half that Liverpool have had spells in, Man United have had good spells, but the only goal coming in the first 2 minutes. Controversially, let's say. And we'll analyse it at half-time again. Fernandes to whip one in from the free kick. Oh, it's miscued by Gakpo and over his own crossbar. Well, that was, my goodness me, that was awkward. Well, and he's very lucky there, Gakpo. Couldn't find the goal at the right end, and he almost found it at the wrong end there. That one sails over the crossbar, but my goodness, corner to Man United. And it's their first corner of the game for United. Fernandes to take. Let's see what they can do. Fernandes to deliver. It's up and away by Konate, sorry. And the keeper was nowhere to be seen. Another Man United corner will come. This is a spell that Liverpool will want to see out quickly because they're already 1-0 down. And they could have been 2-0 down at one point in this half, but it's still 1. Another corner for Man United, and Mbeumo to deliver this one from the right side. Left footed, it's low, it's away at the near post by Kirkes, who gets on his bike to try and chase it, but Ahmad's got 20 yards of extra aerial quality. And positioning, and Senne Lammens sends it flying long. Konate to win the header. Again, fired away from his own midfielders. I mean, it's all well and good winning the first ball, but if you can't get to your teammates on the second time round and bring it down and take possession, I mean, it's pointless. And I've said it early in the season, I've said it multiple times, that's been one of Liverpool's real concerns and real issues, is second balls. I mean, they don't win anywhere near enough of them. I mean, they win the first header, they've great dominance in their centre defenders to win the first header, but it's not all about that. Yes, win the first header, but if you don't do anything after that, it's pointless. Here's Cunha. We'll have a go, but I'll fire that one well wide. But the point still stands. It's all well and good winning the first header, but when that second phase, who's getting the second ball? Is it a midfielder? Is it another defender? Is it an attacker? No one for Liverpool is actually winning those second balls at the moment, and it's allowing Man United to bring the ball down, they actually have possession and have a go at Liverpool. along that with the miscommunication of the defence at times, which I think has got better as the half's gone on, but still not to anywhere near Arne Slot's liking. And I think it's just a little bit scrappy again from Liverpool defensively. They don't look comfortable, and that is an issue. And that's where Man United are having joy. They need to work this out. Do Liverpool. Dalot to take this throw in on the left hand side. It's going to go long, looping into the air, flicked on, but bouncing back towards the Liverpool keeper. We had all the time in the world, and he lays it off to Conor Bradley. 2 minutes of the first half to go. That's a nice ball out to Salah. Look at the space for Salah here. Can he find someone? He works it back out wide to Bradley, wide on that right side. United coming narrow. Bradley having to try and evade Diogo Dalot. Bradley finding Gravenberch, who made the run forward, dragging players towards him. Kirkez now trying to whip it in, up and away again by United. Kirkez with a header, just not finding Gakpo on that occasion as Ahmad brings it down, but Gakpo's on the scene still to hold Ahmad back, and Ahmad trying to rescue something, puts it out of play for a Liverpool throw. So Kirkez to take this throw for Liverpool. Back to Van Dijk. Now Konate. Again, Liverpool trying to work it to the box, but it's dealt with by Manchester United. Now the breakaway is Van Dijk. Sees it on away under pressure from Bryan Mbeumo. He's caused Liverpool a lot of problems in this first half. Bryan Mbeumo. See how long will be added on at the end of the first half here. So we edge towards 45, and Liverpool trailing by that goal to nil against Manchester United. And 4 additional minutes at the end of the half. Well, that's nice play by Liverpool here. Bradley's brought forward, and that was a nice ball across the box. De Ligt again had to be there to block it away. That was Conor Bradley making that run forward that got Liverpool into a good area. I think they need to move Man United a bit more. A bit more fluidity from that front line of Liverpool to drag players out of position. So on that occasion it worked. Isak coming a little deeper, just dragged someone out of position and allowed the space for Bradley to break into. Here's Gakpo, bricks past Ahmad, who worked back against him, but had the last touch there. Ahmad, and it's going to be a corner. So corner to Liverpool, left-hand side. All in conversation, the Liverpool players in the box to see what will come of this. Cody Gakpo to deliver. Kirkez is in the mix. Gakpo's delivery. Up and away again by Man United. And all the way back to the goalkeeper. Went Ryan Gravenberch. Marmadashvili up the left side. Gakpo comes off his back. It's bounced around. And it's come the way of Gakpo. Edge of the box. Finding Van Dijk, who will chip it round the back. Headed away by Dalot. Brought down by Bradley. Out wide to Salah. Salah trying to work the ball into the box. Whips it across. And as he was trying to head it away, a foul on Casemiro by Gakpo. Free kick to Manchester United. we go into the final 90 seconds of this first half. Arne Slot will have a lot of work to do at half time for his players. Try and tweak things and try and get them a goal in this game. And tie things up. Not as if they don't do it before half time, but it doesn't look likely. You never know. Van Dijk, though, a bit sloppily there. One thing for Liverpool is if they don't score, they don't want to concede before half time. Here's Ahmad, skipping away from Kirkes, who jumped in but didn't win the ball. Not paying massive price for it, though, as ball comes back to Mbeumo. And Kirkes doing well against Ahmad this time and getting the foul. Free kick to Liverpool. Last minute of the half then. Georgi Marmanishvili putting all of us, getting his players up the field. Fizzes it along that left side. And no one in red there. De Ligt hoofs it away. Van Dijk brings it down to Szoboszlai. Lovely touch, finding Gravenberch. And now Bradley. Look at the space here for Bradley. Heavy touch. Lets him down. He's in a great amount of space, Bradley, and a very poor, heavy touch. Salah tries to reverse it forward, blocked and cleared away. And look at again the vacancy in the Liverpool midfield. Salah knocks it off Cunha, who tries to rescue it, but goes out for the throw. But there's the half-time whistle. And a first half that has been a very good first half on the balance of things for Manchester United. Liverpool had so much opportunity at times to get back into the game. Gakpo hit the post twice. Salah had a header saved. Laman's saved from Isak as well. But at half-time, it's Bryan Mbeumo's goal that is the difference. Half-time, Liverpool 0, Manchester United 1 at the break. Sure, one last kick. This is going to be it. This is the moment. Vicario kicks this. And Liverpool are there. Liverpool are Premier League champions. And there it comes. Crystal Palace, for the very first time in their history, are FA Cup winners. Oh, he's found the net. Oh, what a goal! Kvaratskhelia is through, wants to add a fourth, and does so. Ahmad, oh my goodness me! That is absolutely unbelievable. Rice again. Oh! You thought he couldn't beat the first one. He's gone and bettered it. Another whip ball in. The header is in by Virgil van Dijk. Incredible. Welcome back to Premier League Live. Half-time at Anfield, Liverpool 0, Manchester United 1 at the break. And that Brandon Boma goal, the difference between the two sides. And keeping an eye on that NFL London game. It's still going on. I talked about it at half-time in our first game. It is still going on at the moment. Just keeping a close eye on it. Something to entertain me at half-time. But it has been a very interesting game at Anfield. Not the one that Liverpool and their fans would have been expecting, but Manchester United are having a very good first half at Anfield. Very competitive. Liverpool have had chances, but again, unable to find the back of the net, and that is a real worry. They are creating the chances. They've hit the post twice in the game. A couple of saves from Sene Lamans as well, who's made some big involvements. So I think Liverpool, at this moment, they've looked vulnerable defensively, but in attack, they've also looked a little unfortunate and a little unlucky at times, I think. And if I'm honest, is that going to continue? Does Arne Slot need to make half-time changes? Does he need to make a difference? I think they need to figure something out at half-time, but I think it's not crazy, get everybody changed, and it's been a thorough performance. I think Liverpool started a bit slow, a bit sloppy, the early goal. I think Man United have had other chances, of course they have. But it's been one of those even games where both sides have had chances, but Man United certainly have had the edge in that first half. But I think Liverpool need to fight back. They need to find a way back. And, you know, if they lose this game, it will become a bit more of a crisis. It will become a little bit more than just they've had a few tough games and they've lost a few close games. This will become a little bit more than that if they lose this game today. And I think it's going to be something that Arne Slot's going to have to figure out, and his players are going to have to figure out at half time and into that second half. But for Manchester United, I think the first half was exactly the way they wanted it. They pressured Liverpool, they made Liverpool look a little nervous, they scored an early goal which gave them a lead, they've hung on to that lead, they haven't conceded. So everything at the minute is all going in the Man United column, as all these ticks in the Man United column, and Liverpool aren't showing much on that front as it stands, but I think there is more to come. I think Liverpool showed glimpses that they're in this game and that they can fight back and that they can find a way back. And we know the quality that they have, and they've options off the bench as well if they need it. And I think they will at some point need it. I think we haven't really seen much of Alexander Isak by the moment where he had a shot saved. Other than that, there hasn't really been much for him to get on the end of. Salah's had one or two opportunities, but some good moments. Cody Gakpo's certainly been the most involved Liverpool attacker, I think, hitting the post twice in the game. But overall, I think it's one of those where Man United took their chance and Liverpool haven't at the minute. And I think it's a game where Liverpool haven't been awful, but they also haven't been great either. And I think Man United have just done enough to keep Liverpool at bay while also having a lead themselves. And I think it's finding that balance, and Man United have found that balance in the first half. And I think Liverpool need to try and balance things up in the second and try and find a way back into this game and certainly get the next goal, because if Man United get a second, it will look very tough for Liverpool. And they could have had a second on multiple occasions in that first half. But we will see. The second half is on the way in just a few minutes. Do stay with us. Sure, one last kick. This is going to be it. This is the moment. Vicario kicks this. And Liverpool are there. Liverpool are Premier League champions. And there it comes. Crystal Palace, for the very first time in their history, are FA Cup winners. Oh, he's found the net. Oh, what a goal! Kvaratskhelia is through, wants to add a fourth, and does so. Ahmad, oh my goodness me! That is absolutely unbelievable! Rice again. Oh! You thought he couldn't beat the first one. He's gone and bettered it. Another whip ball in. The header is in by Virgil van Dijk. Incredible! welcome back to Premier League Live. Half-time at Anfield, it's Liverpool 0, Man United 1. And Brandon Bomo's goal, the difference between the two sides. It's not gone the way of the home side so far today. Spurs losing against Aston Villa earlier, although they were leading by a goal to 0 and ended up losing 2-1. Late goal from hold on, Ebi Buendia, that was. I'm just seeing a clip of Sir Kenny Dalglish and Sir Alex Ferguson sharing dairy milk buttons. I mean, we've seen great clips between those two in Liverpool Man United games, but the last thing I expected to see was them sharing chocolate at half-time at Anfield. But at least it's amicable between those two, of course, two great legends, respectively, of these two football clubs. And at half-time, it is looking better for Man United than it is Liverpool. About a whole half to go. A reminder for you, one more game in the Premier League this weekend. West Ham take on Brentford tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Already, Chelsea winning away from home. Brighton, Burnley, Man City and Sunderland all winning at home yesterday. A draw between Palace and Bournemouth, 3-3, a 6-goal thriller. Arsenal getting a win away from home. That's big for Liverpool. And then today, Villa coming from behind to beat Spurs. And United leading Liverpool by a goal to 0 at the break. Right, the second half is on the way in just a second. A reminder for you that the Champions League is back in midweek as well, and we're looking forward to bringing you that. On Tuesday night we have Arsenal hosting Atletico Madrid, and then on Wednesday night we have Liverpool's trip to Eintracht Frankfurt. Those are our Tuesday and Wednesday games on LFS in the Champions League. Tuesday and Wednesday from 8 o'clock. Right. Liverpool already back out on the field. Man United just going to join us. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already. It's greatly appreciated. We're ever so close to 30,000 subscribers. If any of you could help us, if you haven't subscribed already and you're joining us here this afternoon for this game, please hit subscribe. It massively helps the channel, and we're so close to 30,000. It will be a great game to hit it, and we hope you can I appreciate everybody joining us, and thank you all for being with us. And let's hope for a big and interesting second half. As the second period gets underway, Liverpool kick it off, kicking towards the Kop end, the famous Kop end. And we'll see if the Kop can have its impact like it has down the years for Liverpool to find a way back in games of football. They're going to need it. Van Dijk. Right wide to Gakpo. Gakpo onto his right foot. Plays it back inside to Gravenberch, and now Konate. Liverpool trying to pen Man United in quickly. Salah rolls it through for Bradley. Made the run in behind. Miscued it. Bradley, and that's seen behind by a goal kick. But tried to do too much, Conor Bradley, on that occasion. And if it had just worked it across, it could have been a threat. But in the end, goal kick will come. That was a decent start from Liverpool, but without any end product. Well, there's a stat. When winning at half-time, Man United in the Premier League since March of last year are unbeaten. 10 games they were winning at half-time. 9-1 and 1 draw. 0 defeats on that stat. There's Gravenberch. Gakpo, apologies, tries to win it back, but committing a foul, according to the officials. Yeah, maybe bundling Bruno Fernandes over a little bit there was Gakpo. So a free kick to Man United. A minute and a half into the second half. Fernandes over this free kick then. Mohamedashvili in the Liverpool goal. Liverpool in and around the edge of their own 18-yard box. Just inside it. Fernandes sprays it out to the right side for Ahmad. Kick is onto the scene, and Liverpool try and press out. And the block from Bruno Fernandes' ball is taken away. And Liverpool on the move with McAllister, who rolls it round the corner, and lots of Liverpool players on the break. Here it's through, trying to find Gakpo. But as he tries to get to the ball, commits a foul on Luke Shaw. But the crowd are not happy. Gakpo's not happy. And Man United are a little bit lucky there that didn't come to anything. Yeah, McAllister had no options. Salah was there, but he was not open for a pass. He did well to recycle it round the corner. Isak laid it off to try and find Gakpo. And as Gakpo tried to battle for the ball, the referee said he pushed over Luke Shaw. And a foul came Man United's way. By the way, no changes at half-time. So as I tried the ball through the lines, Gravenberch does well to stop Man United from working through. Nicely brought down by Szoboszlai to Bradley. And back to Konate. Crowd want urgency. They want their side to push forward. And here comes Van Dijk. Across to Bradley. Down to Salah, who was blocked off well by Dalot, but out for a Liverpool throw. Salah takes quickly to Conor Bradley. Right to Salah, round the corner to Isak, who's held up well, but Salah went down under a challenge of Dalot, and that's a free kick to Liverpool. Florian Wirtz on the bench. Salah lifts one into the box, brought down by Gakpo at the back post. Working an angle! It's a post again! Can you believe it? How has that happened again? And now Man United want to head on the break in Burmo. That's 3 times. That's great tracking back by Gravenberch. And he's won a free kick there. But my goodness, how has Cody Gakpo not scored in this game? He should have a hat-trick. But he's hit the post 3 times. Oh my goodness. Beautiful ball by Salah. Taken down nicely by Gakpo. He takes his time. Fabulous. Works the angle and then bashes it off the right post again. Takes all the time he needs. The keeper's nowhere to be seen. It was a goal, but the post denied him once more. And that is one of those days where you feel it maybe isn't your day. 3 times he's hit the post. That is quite bizarre. Oh, and Gravenberch just caught there a little late by Mbeumo. It is a foul, but he caught, and it's kind of twisted his ankle a little bit. A little awkwardly, so you will see there. And he's not particularly happy. We'll save treatments for the moment. Will Gravenberch, but Arne Slot still in conversation with his assistant, Shipko Hulshoff, on the bench. See if they need to think about changes very soon. Of course, they've got Ekitike, Wirtz, Chiesa amongst them on the bench. Jones could also have an attacking impact, and young Rio Gamoa as well could have an impact. So there's a number of players on the Liverpool bench that could make attacking difference, along with fullbacks and Frimpong and Robertson, and obviously Joe Gomez as well. But Gravenberch up on his feet again and on the sidelines, on that far side, so it should hint at him coming back onto the field very soon. Of course, after 30 seconds. Long kick by Marmadishvili. The flick on by Isak was towards Salah's path, but cleared away by Man United again, and Marmadishvili receives, which he sends flying once more. Szoboszlai did well to win his battle. Now McAllister lays it off to Bradley. Back to Szoboszlai, to his international teammate in Kirkez. Tried to find Gakpo with a very intense challenge from Ahmad, as he came right through Cody Gakpo there, and that's going to be a free kick and a yellow card for Ahmad. It was quite late from the youngster. Yeah, he goes in really late there. I can see where he's going, but he's late. Yeah, he's just late on Gakpo. It's the follow-through more than anything, but it's a yellow card and a free kick to Liverpool. The first yellow card of the season for Ahmad. No, he did win the ball, and in the end, it's the follow-through. The ball comes in, and Maguire has to head it over the top for a corner, as that was angling towards the Man United goal. Trying to see who delivered it. Was it Soberschlei? Great ball in, and it was headed over the top by Maguire for a Liverpool corner. Which Gakpo will come over to take. He's been the most threatening in Liverpool red today. What can he create here? Right-footed delivery into the box. Bouncing down, in the shot at the back post by Salah is bounced over the crossbar. He whipped the ball in, and Salah's there on his own at the back post, and he just takes it on the half volley. It just bounces off the ground. Doesn't get a clean connection on it, does the Egyptian. Liverpool are threatening the goal, but once again haven't been able to find the nets. Do they need a slice of luck? Looks like they might do, because Cody Gakpo, for all intents and purposes, and not for the want of trying, has hit the post 3 times. That's good work from Salah. Committed and wins the ball. And now Isak. Here come Liverpool. Isak tried to go for a shot at it. Blocked off Luke Shaw. And it will be another Liverpool corner. And that's got the crowd up. Anfield has just lifted a level. They can feel their side are trying to find a leveller. Another corner. Soberschlei to deliver. Right side. Be an outswinger. Dominic Soberschlei whips it in. Oh, bounces down. It's in the mix, and it's going to be a free kick in anyway for Matthias de Ligt, who was down in the box. Free kick to Man United. Well, if we look at the stats, Liverpool have had 60% possession. Their XG is now higher than Man United's. They've had 10 shots, 4 on target, 6 shots and 3 on target for Man United. And they've had more corners, but that scoreline is the most important stat. And that's the one they don't have a goal in. They don't have something in, is what I should say. It is still at 0. That was good pressure from Kekes, although he showed too much to Ahmad when he took his touch. As Casemiro tries in behind, but eased back to Georgi Marmadashvili. As Kanati had Cunha well covered on that one, as Bradley fires over the top, but that one's gone all the way through to Sene Lamans. A ball bobbling from the Man United kick. Straight out for a Liverpool throw in their own half, but I think Liverpool need to take firm grip. They've had a good start to the second half. Need to find that goal and get a firm grip of this game. Man United are still lurking. And at 1-0 up, a second goal could be detrimental to the momentum Liverpool are trying to create. Dalot has a shot blocked, or cross blocked, sorry, by Gravenberch, and Salah was hacked down. And that's going to be a free kick and also a yellow card. I think that was Casemiro that committed that foul. And then back to his feet he comes, and he'll be met by a yellow card from Michael Oliver. He feels he's got cramp. That's Casemiro. See this again. Salah does well to jink past him and then shows him none of the ball, and he's just hacked him down. I mean, that's just cynical. Just cynical. And Casemiro gets the yellow. His third yellow card of the season. We're going to see a change at midfield. Excuse me, for Man United. Mamadou Ugarte is going to be coming on, and Casemiro's coming off. And also they're going to make a change, bringing on Patrick Dorgu as well. So Ugarte and Dorgu on, and Casemiro and Ahmad or Dalot. One of the two, but We'll see what will come here. So Ugarte's on for Casemiro, we know that. And Patrick Dorgu is coming on, and it is going to be Ahmad who's coming off. It's not a surprise that Man United are going to bring their two players that are on a yellow card off. A double substitution for Manchester United, who felt they've been wavering a little bit in the last few minutes or so. Want to bring on some strength in the midfield and at wing back. Try and offer them some more threat and some more control in this game. Konate. Back to Georgi Mamardashvili. Fired ball into Gravenberch, who overstepped it, but he had help in Szoboszlai. Now Gravenberch finding Kirkez. Lays it out to Gakpo. Gakpo chops onto his right foot, wanting to get inside, and as he was stopped there, wanted a foul, did the crowd on that side, but not given, as Van Dijk stepped in and maybe overstepped. And Man United want to break away as Cunha was felt up by Van Dijk there and still got the ball. Fabulous from him. Man United go back with the ball to De Ligt. Fizzed one out to the left-hand side, but too far for Patrick Dorgu to get anywhere near, and out for a Liverpool throw. And the crowd know they need to try and find a goal soon, just to change the dynamics and the momentum of this game. Otherwise, it could really fizzle away from Liverpool. And it looks like Liverpool are going to use their bench to try and ignite this fire that has started to really emerge, but not really burst into life as of yet. A bit of bouncing. Salah lays it off well, and the shot! Oh, is just skimmed over the crossbar from McAllister. That was fabulous from Salah. Really deft touch from what was a bit of pinball around the edge of the box. And Salah, beautiful little touch inside, finding McAllister, who off balance had to go. And the shot was just skimmed over the crossbar. Keeper had no chance. As Man United are going to make another change, Benjamin Šeško is going to be coming on, and Mason Mount is coming off. So another change in attack for Manchester United. And Liverpool are going to make a triple change. Wirtz, Ekitike and Jones all ready and waiting to enter the fray. And they're going to be coming on right now. So Ryan Gravenberch is coming off. So I believe Szoboszlai will maybe drop a little deeper. Or actually, Curtis Jones will come on in his place for that one. So Gravenberch off, along with Alexis McAllister. And McAllister, that's not a surprise. After the international break, he was over in South America. And also coming off is Connor Bradley. So a triple change. So I think Szoboszlai will drop to right back. Jones in midfield, maybe a 4-3-3. Jones in midfield with Szoboszlai and Wirtz playing that kind of... Or not Szoboszlai, sorry. I'm trying to see. Or actually, I'm forgetting. I'm trying to actually pinpoint this. A 4-2-4 maybe? For Liverpool? Yeah, 4-2-4. Wirtz and Jones will play alongside each other in the midfield. And then a front four of Gakpo off the left, Ekitike and Isak through the middle, and Salah on the right. And what a ball by Fernandes here to Mbeumo. He's got Šeško in the middle, trying to find his centre forward, but Konate's there to head it away. Cunha, though, is there to keep it alive. Dorgu rolls it into the path of Fernandes, who's charged away by Konate. And a triple change from Liverpool with 28 minutes to go. Shows that they really want to take the game now to Man United. But Man United will have chances at the other end. if Liverpool are going to go all out attack here. And this will be some crazy ending to this game. Dallo to take this throw. Up and away in that box, cleared away by Liverpool, and so it was like doing well. Salah on the spin, couldn't quite find any of his teammates there, and it's cleared away as Shaw trying to switch the ball out wide, but he's dragged it too far back behind Mbomo, and that's given Liverpool a throw on the left side, which they try to take quickly but mess it up. I mean, Kirkes and Ekitike, I think that might have been, it's not on the same page there. Larnerslot had no choice but to throw everybody forward and try and get something. At the moment, that's nicely taken down there on the left-hand side. Nice evasion there by Ekitike. Breaking towards the box, a shot! It's fired high. And I think they might have took a deflection, did it? Or the crowd are happy with Ekitike firing that one. And his energy entering the fray. Ekitike has impressed since joining Liverpool in the summer. It's looked impressive and he struck the ball cleanly there. It was never a deflection, but it was a shot that was just high and wide, but one that's got the crowd going and feeling that he's going to bring the energy Liverpool need. Van Dijk. Headed by Maguire. Back down, brought down nicely by Curtis Jones, and now Weerts lays it out wide for kickers. Look at the bodies forward here for Liverpool. 7 of them. In the box it goes. Falls to Salah, who struck it wide. Oh my goodness me. 7 of them there. 7 Liverpool players flooded forward. And Salah was the one to get it. It's getting well taken down by Curtis Jones. Finding Weerts. Weerts then to Kirkes. Just chips it round the back. It's gone all the way through to Salah. And with his left foot it just drags wide. You gotta say it's feeling like one of those days for Liverpool, that all these chances and they're not taking any of them. And that is quite bizarre. Here's Dorgu. Cunha back to Dorgu. Whipped the ball into the box and it's come off a Liverpool player in Kirkes. And it's going to be a corner to Man United. And Van Dijk there tried to clear it, but he smacked it off the face of his own defender. My goodness. Corner to Man United. This is a bizarre match. Corner to Man United. Fernandes on the left-hand side. 25 to go. Long way to go in this game. Only the 1 goal to separate them. Fernandes to take this corner. Right-footed. It's deep. Headed back across by Maguire. Away by Szoboszlai. So Liverpool will push out now, and very compact central amount of Liverpool players as the ball comes back in. Van Dijk didn't win his header against Šeško, but Šeško's header was straight at Georgi Marmanishvili. And look at this from Milos Kirkes. Space down the left. Inside to Curtis Jones. Pumped forward. Out to the right hand side. Salah against Dorgu. Salah does well against Patrick Dorgu. And gets the ball to Szoboszlai. Jones. Weerts. Jones. Kirkes. Van Dijk. Weerts to Konate. Van Dijk. Swung it out to the left side, and that's a terrible ball by Virgil van Dijk. And Gakpo not able to receive it. Again, it's those sloppy little moments that are letting Liverpool down. Time and time again, and it's unorthodox. It's unlike the players that are doing it. And Van Dijk especially. On that occasion, a number of other players as well, but This game is one of those ones where Liverpool need a scrappy goal that would get them crazily back into it somehow. It's that type of game that if they do get a goal, it won't be the cleanest, or it won't be the most beautiful. It'll be a crazy moment. Kirkes stepping in, but not able to come away with the ball. He did for a split second as Szoboszlai beaten to it there by Cunha. He's worked it back inside though, Cunha. Not many Man United bodies forward, and Szoboszlai tried to get out wide. He's not found a block on Dorgu, and the ball across the box. There was no one there for Man United. The game's very open at the moment. Here's Wirtz. Now down the left comes Ekitike. Ugo Ekitike. Into the box he comes, given the space, shoots! And the shot fizzed wide of the goal. Better again from Liverpool. And Ekitike's not happy with himself. And gets all the time and space that he would want. Poor for Man United. And that right hand side of that goal was desperate for that ball to find it. And the ball just didn't sail towards it. Another missed opportunity for Liverpool. Just over 20 minutes to go, and Man United lead by a goal to nil. Liverpool trying ever so desperately to find an equaliser, but many's a chance going awry at this moment in time. Can they get one of those stars up front and in the forward line and in attacking areas, Liverpool, to find something of good note for them? No, Wirtz's throw didn't find either Isak or Salah. Ekitike's pressure. That ball's flipped over the top towards Marmadashvili. Liverpool don't want to wait around. They can't afford to wait around. Konate. Into Isak. Now Curtis Jones. Right to Kirkes on the left. Gakpo. Finding Curtis Jones again. Ekitike. Toying in and around the Man United box. Manchester United holding firm. Szoboszlai. Out wide to Salah. Back to Szoboszlai. Out wide it goes to Wirtz. Wirtz whipping the ball into the box. Up and in the air. It's not away. It's Sene Lamans grasped it from the air. After he maybe just gone a little bit too far forward, and he grasped it well. That was awkward. And he did well there. Oof. Ugarte. Dorgu. Back the way it goes to Shaw. Fired ball forward by Maguire. It's towards Dorgu. He can't keep it in play. Tried his best though. Patrick Dorgu, but to no avail. Liverpool going to make another change. And Isak's coming off. And Federico Chiesa's coming on. So Isak has battled for 70 minutes. And to no avail on the score front. And Federico Chiesa coming on. He's able to do the business from the bench before, Chiesa. Can he again? Long ball forward. Header won by Maguire, and again the second ball brought down by Man United. Fired over the top, Šeško on a run. He's got the chest of it, this is a chance! And he's offside anyway, I think. And Konate battling there did enough, but he was offside. He's just offside. Is Šeško. Good challenge by Konate, did really well to put him off, but He was offside anyway. And the crowd responding to Federico Chiesa's introduction by unleashing a verse of his song. Here's Wirtz. Stops inside, works it out wide to Salah. Salah into the box and worked it across the 6-yard box, but too close to Sene Lammens. Really has felt for a lot of this second half and for a lot of this game that maybe it's just not Liverpool's day in terms of in front of goal, because there's been moments we have thought that should be a goal, that should be a goal. They just haven't taken those chances, Liverpool, and when they have, they've hit the post through Gakpo. It's one of those games you see every now and again where no matter what you can try and do, nothing goes right for you. Although there's Curtis Jones stepping upon a loose pass and finds Chiesa battling through. Curtis Jones not get a shot off. Goodness me, that from nothing. Cunha takes a touch. And he sprayed it through the middle. Mohamedashvili did well, but he was offside anyway, Šeško. As Liverpool making this a much more open game. Jones, still a lot of time left. Gakpo, onto his right foot, whips it round the back, too high for Mo Salah. Goal kick. The intention's there, but the quality is not. And that's what's lacking for Liverpool. The space is gaping. Their options are plenty. Not finding them in the right moments, at the right times, in the right ways. It's not working. Remember, Liverpool not used to seeing Man United leading at Anfield. And certainly not a chance at winning at Anfield. That was nice combination play, and the referee was playing advantage as Chiesa was fouled, and he's going to pull that back for a Liverpool free kick. Wirtz. Works it across to Jones. Takes a man on. Curtis Jones bursting into the box. Look at the space, and the shot straight down the throat of Sene Lammens. But again, the space is there. Time and time again. I mean, Curtis Jones doesn't have to really do much. He just runs. And the gaping holes are there. Liverpool need to find them and use them. So far they haven't been able to any real great notice. Konate there does enough against Mbeumo. Szoboszlai to Curtis Jones. Since the change, Liverpool have had more shots. Just the one shot on target, though, since the triple substitution. So it's added much more kind of attack and threat, but not testing the goalkeeper near enough. Here's Gakpo. Getting into the right areas, though. Oh, awkward half clearance. Work back into the middle. Wirtz, now Szoboszlai on the turn. Moving. Working in between the lines, and Salah got to the ball, but Dorgu scrambles it behind for a corner. Nice 7 Liverpool players inside the 18-yard box, including both centre-backs for this corner. This would be a perfect moment for a towering header. Szoboszlai to deliver. Whipped in, and the header was there, but it was deflected off Cody Gakpo. Another corner will come. And good delivery. Gakpo headed it, come off Šeško. Szoboszlai to deliver again. Lifted it in, up in the air by Ekitike. Wirtz with a awkward header as Mbeumo tries to get onto the ball. He was bundled over, but no foul. Here's Ekitike. Lots of Liverpool players still stride forward. Wirtz is in the middle. Ekitike wants to go himself. Now Wirtz gets it. It's a real calamity. Wirtz lays it off. Chiesa tapped in and home. And Cody Gakpo's got it. The man that looked the most likely to get it has Liverpool on terms. It took them a long while to find it, but the Dutchman, who's been flying in front of goal for club and country, has got Liverpool's leveller. It took them a long time. It took them 7 attacking players forward. And it's level. Is he onside though? That's the question mark. That would be a real killer. Oh, he's on. Dorgu's right leg's played him on. I told you it would be a scrappy one. I told you it wouldn't be the cleanest. But none of it matters. Liverpool are level. And my goodness, this game is now completely turned. But it's been Cody Gakpo all along. All day long. You feel if Liverpool were going to get a goal, it would be through him. The goal is confirmed by VAR. And it is level here at Anfield. My goodness, the roar when the net rippled there was that of a final winner. But it's only a leveller. There's still a long way to go in this game. Still 12 minutes of normal time. And we're at 1-1. Can Liverpool fight all the way back? Szoboszlai gets the block, but it will be a Man United throw. Wow. The energy inside Anfield as that ball went into the back of the net was palpable. Dorgu to take this throw in. It's going to be a long one for Man United. Into the box it comes. Sure, Dorgu battling with Szoboszlai, and Szoboszlai battling to get it out of play. It stayed in play, and it's going to be a free kick as Szoboszlai was too heavily contacted there by Dorgu as he tried to take the free kick. Dorgu was in his way. The referee's just going to say, retake it. Excuse me, I think I'm losing my voice. Well, before that goal, Jeremy Frimpong was ready to come on. He's now put his coat back on. I don't think Arne Slot wants to bring him on. Actually, they're not retaking this free kick. It's a throw-in. The referee allowed the free kick. Salah gets the break of it. Laid off here. Konate a little bit bobbly. Miscue there. Fernandez and a nice touch by Szoboszlai. Wirtz now on to Chiesa, and Liverpool on the move. Chiesa with a heavy touch, but the bounce goes with him. And the ball in behind here. Salah's got under the end of it. Dorgu scrambles it out for a throw. My goodness me, this game's changed. Chiesa, heavy touch. Dorgu sees it out of play again. Another throw in. Into the last 10 minutes. Every little bounce of the ball, every little touch, every little moment that goes Liverpool's way at the second, the crowd roar. And it is palpable. Palpable indeed. Szoboszlai. Now Chiesa. Whip ball in, it's high. It's cleared away. But recovered by Curtis Jones. Fires it through, finding Wirtz, laid it off to Kirkez. Now out wide it goes to Gakpo. Back inside to Jones. Works it into the box. Salah! Got something to it, but maybe took it away from the on-running. I think it was Federico Chiesa in the middle, but it comes to nothing. And Man United are going to react to that equaliser by making some changes. Lenny Yoro and Kobbie Mainoo are going to be coming on. It's going to be their final 2 changes of this game for Man United. They'll be on in a moment or so. The goalkeeper's going to take a goal kick first. Sene Lamans. It's over the head of Szoboszlai. And out for a Liverpool throw. Kick away by Marmadashvili. Ball one in the middle by Man United. Advantage played, and in behind here comes Matej Cunha. And Liverpool throwing bodies at it in Kirkez and Szoboszlai to block it. And this is the thing, it's not going to go one way. It's going to be a battle for both teams to try and win this, and Man United could have had a chance there. Yeah, Kirkes was playing him onside in Cunha, and he had to come across, but Szoboszlai made the block initially. And it will be a Man United corner. He tries to take on some fluids. Szoboszlai. Now a corner will come. Maguire's going to jump up for this one. Fernandes to take. He's gone short, edge of the box. The shot deflected away from goal. Fernandes lifts it back in. The header is in! And Maguire's got it! Goodness me! He'd gone up for it, and he headed well above everyone else. And United are back in front again. Goodness me, can you believe it? Just as Liverpool got back into it, Man United are back in front again. Well, that is some response. I said this game was in the balance for both teams, that it wasn't going to go one-way traffic. And Man United still had this game to grab. And they have grabbed it all of a sudden. It's from the second phase of the corner. It's just lofted back in by Fernandes. And there's an overload at the back post of 3 United players. Liverpool don't deal with it well enough in reaction. Konate was the only one there. And Maguire had a free header at the back post across goal. Mamardashvili had no chance. Great goal. 2-1 Man United. My goodness me. Wow. And now with 5.5 minutes to go, Liverpool have to do it all over again and trying to find a leveller. His first Premier League goal of the season for Harry Maguire. He had a chance to win this game against Liverpool in the last game they played at Anfield in the dying embers. It finished 2-2. And now, with minutes to go in this one, they lead 2-1 Man United. And now they have to fight back again to Liverpool. And that's completely taken the zip out of Anfield. Shaw and Fernandes are off, by the way. Mainu and Yoro on. And Liverpool made a change. Salah off for Frimpong. Five minutes of the 90 to go, and now Liverpool got nothing to lose. My goodness, Man United are defying the odds of history at this minute in time, and are in with a chance of picking up victory here at Anfield for the first time in almost 10 years. Szoboszlai. Nice ball to find Curtis Jones. Down the left comes Gakpo. Onto his right foot. Works it back to Szoboszlai. Lots of bodies in the box for Liverpool. Swung out to Frimpong on the right side. Frimpong taking on his man. Lifting it across in the header. Oh! What a chance for Gakpo. He's missed it completely. Oh my goodness me. My God almighty. How has he missed? It's a free header for Gakpo. Great from Jeremy Frimpong to get him in there. And to lift it up for him. And it's a free header. It's a goal. Should be an equaliser again. And he completely missed it. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh my God. I'm in shock. That was the moment. I think. That was a massive moment. They've had many of those, Liverpool, in this game, but my goodness, that was probably the easiest of them all. And he missed it completely. He got the header, but he missed the target completely. And Weert's bundling over. Cunha there gets a free kick for Man United. I think I have to have a lie down after this game. We knew it would be a crazy ride whenever Liverpool made those triple changes, but so much of a crazy ride. Oh, wow. Man United in no need of a hurry with this free kick. Remember, 2-1 up. 2.5 minutes to go. And Burmo delivers in. Could end the game. Oh, header over the bar by Delict. That could have finished it. And he just couldn't keep the header down. Liverpool will go for it again then. Kirkez down the left. Something tells me this game's not done yet. How long will we have added on? That's a big question. Ekitike, Wirtz. Chiesa couldn't get to the end of that one. I think it will be repeat of what we saw earlier. Liverpool will throw all they can and attack and see what sticks. They've got no choice but to now. And Man United, I would suspect, will just stay deep behind the ball and try and stay compact. Szoboszlai, heavy touch. When he gets past his man, drags him into space. Wirtz got a little deflection on his through ball, but that goes away from Liverpool players. And Slot quick to get his players back with that throw in, and Frimpong and now Szoboszlai. Not many in the box for that cross. Frimpong on the outside here on the overlap, trying to work an angle. Blocked well, and Man United clear their lines as Dorgu is seen out of play by Szoboszlai. Another throw in. He's sitting on the Liverpool bench. Patrick Dorgu there. Here's Frimpong down the right, whips one in round the back, and that's had to be deflected behind by Dallo for a corner. Great delivery by Frimpong there. Another testing one. Man United scramble up behind for another corner. It's be Liverpool's 7th corner of the game. They need a magic moment. Have they got one in the locker? Or did they use them all too early in this season? Right-footed delivery into the box. Oh, Lamans thought he'd gathered it there. I thought he'd gathered it, but it palmed away. Cunha on the back of Frimpong as well, and Wirtz is there too, and they're bundling each other over. And somehow Cunha comes away with the ball. Lays it off to Dorgu. Fabulous. That ball forward again. Hounding possession to Liverpool. 8 additional minutes. That's how many minutes we have. The crowd responded well to that, jeering that. Ball into the box. Van Dijk was in the middle. Gakpo tried the cross, but it was blocked and cleared away. And now Curtis Jones recycles from the Man United clearance. Ekitike. Now Konate. He's the only player back there. Konate at the moment. Van Dijk stayed up. He's playing centre forward. Szoboszlai. Needs must at the moment for Liverpool. Gakpo to Jones. Wirtz. Out wide it goes. Ball flipped into the box. Van Dijk's in the middle. Testing players. There's still a bit of head tennis as Frimpong tried to get involved. And the last touch off Cunha. It's a corner to Liverpool. 7 minutes of the 8 added to go. Liverpool 1, Man United 2. Szoboszlai over this corner. Lots of height in the Liverpool box. Or in the Man United box for Liverpool. The ball fizzed in. It's not fully cleared. Oh, Dorgu miscued it, but he does get it away. No danger in the immediate area of Dorgu. And Brandon Bomo's having a lie down on the advertising boards there as he was seen out of play. Liverpool not waiting around. Here's Szoboszlai. Chipping one into the box. That header was needed and it came from Maguire. Behind for the corner. If it didn't come, there was 2 Liverpool players waiting. Another Liverpool corner. Left hand side this time. Man United trying to hold on to what would be a great victory. Gakpo to take. Right footed. Lofted into the area again. A bit of an awkward clearance. It comes right back for Gakpo. Edge of the box. Lays it off. Fizz ball in by Wirtz, sorry. Chiesa kept it alive. Wirtz. Now Kirkez into the middle. He's lofting it. But right into the hands of Sene Lamans in the Man United goal. My goodness, Man United hanging on, but on those moments, Liverpool not doing enough, arguably, to make them really fret. Frimpong does well to recycle it back to Marmanishvili, but time running out for Liverpool at Anfield. Haven't lost a league game at home, Liverpool, since September of last year, when Nottingham Forest came here and beat them 1-0. That was also a really long time ago, and it was also the game where Liverpool failed to score in that game. They've scored in this one and still trail. That's a very rare occurrence at Anfield, that Liverpool score and fail to win. I think Leeds came here and beat them 2-1 with a last minute winner a number of years ago when they got relegated that season, Leeds. That was the last time I really remember that happening, but this would be a first home defeat of the season for Liverpool if it were to come. Still 4.5 minutes of the added time to go. But it will be some result that will be back-to-back wins for the very first time under Ruben Amorim for Man United. It will be a statement win away at the champions, and a real vow of confidence for Ruben Amorim, who was backed by his owner and Sir Jim Ratcliffe during the international break. Says he needs 3 years. Well, maybe he needs a little shorter than that, because this would be some victory if it were to come. But the urgency needed from Liverpool there. 4 minutes to go. Szoboszlai out wide, it goes to Frimpong. Kept it in play. Dorgu in his way, and Frimpong brought to the ground. Wanted a foul, but I don't think there was enough in that. Goal kick to Man United. It would also be 3 defeats in a row in the league for Liverpool. It would see them 4 points off the top. Drop down to third, behind Manchester City, who also won this weekend. That will see Man United jump up to 9th, and they would just be 2 points off Liverpool and just 6 points off league leaders Arsenal. Man United, maybe not the crisis that was once talked about. And that's how things can change quickly. From Liverpool winning 5 in a row at the start of the campaign, and Man United with that torrid start to the season, how things can change when the two meet, and how storylines could change. Kirke has tried the cross, blocked really well by Mainu. Jones, Szoboszlai. Late goals are something accustomed with this football club and something accustomed with this stadium, even this season. Man United are doing their evermost to deny Liverpool another one of those late goals. There's a second ball on the pitch, and they get rid of it quickly, Liverpool, before it has an impact, as Cunha clears away from that that cross. Throw in will come. Liverpool take quickly. 2 minutes to go. Time is desperately running out now. Cross comes in. Kanate was in the mix, but cleared away. Frimpong now. Jenks past his man, lays it out to Ekitike, who whips it in himself now. It's half cleared. The bouncing ball will come for Chiesa. He's onto his right foot. He wants to get it across in the deflection. Takes it away from the Man United goal as Van Dijk recycles it. Weerts heads it across to Chiesa. Nice little 1-2 between them two. Weerts now into the box. Jinking past the man. Cuts it back. Kirkes gets it across. Blocked again and cleared away by Man United. Last ditch defending. 90 seconds to go. They might have one more opportunity here, Liverpool, to rescue this now. Weerts back through. It's fallen all the way through. Konate trying to cut it back, and it's just not gone his way, and Man United will get a free kick through Cunha being fouled, and he's somehow magically got cramp, we'll say. Tactical cramp is what I like to call it. And is that the moment? Is that for Liverpool? Ruben Amorim in sight and in view of the hierarchy at Old Trafford here at Anfield. Those travelling Man United fans, they've come here many's a time over the years and went away with defeat, went away with a poor result, even 7-0. But could this be the day, for the first time since 2016, January 2016, almost 10 years since they last came to Anfield and emerged victorious. Time has desperately run out of Liverpool as Jones will get a free kick. This might be the last gasped attempt. If they don't take it quickly, it will be. Jones is still down, which is an issue. Liverpool want to play with 10, but referee not allowing them to. Jones is back to his feet, and they will get one last pump of the ball, Liverpool. This is it. The goalkeeper wants to take it, he will take it, Georgi Marmadishvili. This is one last chance. Szoboszlai. Oh, it's the head of Man United player. It's flung on, it's flicked on, it's half cleared, and it's cleared away. And the offside flag is up. But there's the final whistle. Manchester United have done it. They came to Anfield and they came out with victory. For the first time in almost 10 years, Manchester United win away at Liverpool. Liverpool's compoundments continue. It is a torrid run they're on now. 4 defeats in a row. They need something of a miracle now, Liverpool. It has not been good. But today they fought, they battled, they couldn't take their chances. That was what let them down on the day. They worked ever so hard for it. But when the chances came, they couldn't take them. Brandon Bomo took his. Harry Maguire took his. And Man United took both of theirs. And that is what saw them victorious here at Anfield. It's a 3rd successive league defeat for Liverpool. A 4th in all competitions. A little bit of a rout for Arne Slot's champions. Despite Cody Gakpo's equaliser, he missed a clear-cut header to try and level for the 2nd time in the day. But this is certainly a hole that Liverpool keep digging. And they need a ladder, a very long ladder, to get them out of it now. Final score at Anfield in our game of the week. It is finished Liverpool 1, Manchester United 2. Whew, take a breath. And let's recap the weekend then. A great result for Man United to round off this great doubleheader Sunday. Aston Villa came from behind to beat Spurs. And Man United, despite being pegged back from a lead, led through Harry Maguire and won through Harry Maguire. Yesterday, Chelsea claimed victory that ultimately was the end of the Ange Postecoglou short era. 39 days, even shorter than Liz Truss's prime ministerialship, if I can get my words out, for the UK. Nottingham Forest 3-0 defeat there. Brighton 2-1 winners against Newcastle. Burnley 2-0 winners against Leeds. It was a 3-3 draw between Palace and Bournemouth. Man City 2-0 up and 1 against Everton. Same scoreline between Sunderland and Wolves was still without a win this season. Arsenal claiming victory, extending the lead at the top of the table to 4 points. To 3 points, and 4 points to Liverpool, which isn't changing, by the way. Aston Villa came from behind to beat Spurs 2-1, and Man United beating Liverpool by 2-1 means the gap is 4 points at the top, and Liverpool's 3rd successive defeats. One more game to come in the Premier League. West Ham taking on Brentford in London Derby tomorrow night at the London Stadium, but the result of the weekend is surely Liverpool being beaten by Man United at Anfield for the first time since January 2016. Right, reminder for you that in the Champions League in midweek, we are back involved. Arsenal taking on Atletico Madrid on Tuesday night. Liverpool away to Eintracht Frankfurt on Wednesday night. That's on the way for you during the midweek. But thank you very much for joining us. That is it. What a dramatic day in the Premier League it has been. 2 big away victories for Aston Villa and Man United. And the tide seems to be turning in the title race. I know it's only 8 games down, but Liverpool 4 points behind and now on a 3-game losing streak. It is a mini rout for Arne Slot's Reds. It is not looking good. But on the other side, in Manchester, it is looking bright and rosy for the first time in quite a while. Goodbye.